I'm here with Ignacy at Gen Con 2014, and he has kindly agreed to tell us a little bit about one of his new games, Imperial Settlers. Thank you, Ignacy.
Hello.
So what is the game about?
Yes, the Imperial Settlers is a game about building an empire. You're building your own kingdom. You do it, can we flip it? Yes.
Oh yeah, you bet.
Yes, you build it from the cards. So each card in the game represents a castle or a tavern or a village, some buildings and locations in your empire, yes? And you start in the game with cards in your hand and you start building him to the table, yes? The player has his player board and he puts buildings on the left and on the right side, growing the empire, yes? And the funny thing about the game and the most interesting for gamers who like to make some combinations and engine building, yes? That each card from the common deck, because we have a common deck and we have faction deck, each card of the common deck can be built, and we have a cost of pay to build, yes, cost of building the card. But if you don't like this card and if you don't want this card in your empire, you can just kill these guys.
You raise it.
If you raise it, you get the stuff
like that.
and you escape, yes?
Fun.
So guys,
enough with the nice games of development. We are just building. Let's raise
so we
stuff.
have a town. You can build a town from a wood and from stone, or just go there, kill everybody, get 2 slaves and escape, yes? So having few cards in your hand, you have twice as much choices, yes? Because each of the cards you can build or just discard for the loot, yes?
Cool.
What is more, we have a faction deck, because we have 4 factions here. We have a Japanese, Egyptian, Romans and Barbarians, yes, 4 factions. And each faction comes with a faction deck. And this faction deck represents your own folk, your people, your kind. So you don't want to kill them because these are your guys. So these cards, if I can show you, they have the cost of build because you can build them, but there's no this race field, yes, you cannot raise them, but you can make a deal with them because they're your friends. And if you pay them some stuff, they will start sending you resources, yes, and giving you stuff because they are your friends. So once again, each of these cards can be used to build, or at least to provide you resources because of the deal, yes? So now if you can imagine that you have 5 cards in hand, you have 10 different options, yes? How to play them, to raise them, to have a deal, etc., etc. So this is a game, like all good card games, yes, about choices, yes? You have plenty of cards, and now depending how you play them, when you play them, you are building your engine, yes? We have 4 different factions. We have a Barbarians, who is a very mean and nasty faction. They
makes sense.
Attack everybody, they steal resources, they steal people, they're nasty guys, yes? We have Romans, and Romans have a lot of cards that have that feature trait, and feature trait says if something happens, then something happens, and Romans have a card that if you build a location, you get a gold. If you build a black location, you get 2 gold, etc., etc. So the more they're building, the more they get the stuff, yes? So when you finish the game as a Romans, you feel that, okay, we build this empire.
An actual empire, yes.
Lots of locations. And Japanese, on the other hand, are very good in making a deals. They have a lot of merchants, a lot of cards that help them make a very good deals, and they have few cards like ninjas, samurai, etc. So
nice.
Some killing too, yes, of course. And we have the last faction, which is Egypt. The Egyptians, they have a pyramids, slaves, and scorpions, and these dark magic faction. They can take control over other locations of other players, they can steal cards, and many tricks. So depending on what you like in card games, yes, what stuff you like, if you want to burn everybody or you want to build, you pick your one faction and you start playing, yes? So this
that also increases the replay value of the game, because when you play with different factions, it's a different experience.
Yes, it's very unique. So this is in this short word, building empire, building it from the cards. These cards represent what we have here. We have a castle card, yes, so you build a castle. We have a watchtower, yes. We have a new forest, you discovered new forest, yes. What? Okay, gallows. Each time you race, you gain victory point, yes, you need gallows, yes, etc., etc. It's a fun game because, you know, whenever you win or lose the game, at the end of the game, you build something. I mean, you have this satisfaction. I like my empire. I have this castle, I have this village here, I have the forest there. So winning is important, but even if you lose, you did something, yes? And we see people playing here and having fun, and they can imagine what they are doing, yes?
Yeah, that's how a game in progress looks like. And I was wondering, I saw in the box that there is 1 to 4 players. That means that there is a solitaire option?
Yes, there is a solitaire option, because in the deck you will find a deck of cards. Is a special deck, and it is some kind of simple AI, yes, intelligence. And we build it upon the idea that we were analyzing what's the most important for other players' resource, what they raise for. And we created a deck that says, okay, now this non-player character wants to raise this. And now this non-player character wants to raise this. So we took the most valuable resources and they raise it for this. Yes?
Uh-huh.
So that's how it works.
Nice, I like this because for many players, including me,
Yes,
having
solo
at least
is
the
valuable.
option,
Yeah.
at least the option. Because
So you have this deck that simulates the other player and do it quite smart because it is really designed to imitate the real player, what he would demand from your empire. Yes.
No, this looks great. I mean, the mechanics look very solid. I like the options. The art on the box, but just also on the parts that you showed us, it looks very attractive too. I think this looks like a very solid release. Thank you, Ignacy, for taking the time to tell us about Imperial Settlers.
Thank you, Marco. Thank you.